There are people in your own party that are saying, look, it's time for you to go. They no longer trust your leadership. They want somebody else in there. What do you say about that?
Here's what I say.
In your own party saying you've got to go.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm the best leader for the Senate.
I think you caved. I think you and 9 other Democrats caved. I don't think you showed the fight that this party needs right now.
I'd say, Sonny, no one wants to fight more than me, and no one fights more than me. You got to fight smart. I'm a leader. Sometimes you got to see the danger that might be a little bit down the road, weeks or months, and stand up for what's right. I knew I'd get flack.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer playing defense as he makes the rounds, doing some damage control, and this could take a while. Welcome to a brand new hour of America's Newsroom. I'm Dana Perino.
I thought the book tour was canceled, but...
He broke my rule.
Right.
You don't go on The View if you're in damage control mode because they're going to pull you further to the left.
Yeah. Chuck Schumer, just about every segment on another channel. I'm Bill Hammer. Good morning at home. Schumer facing backlash from his own party after voting with Republicans in the end, after he urges Democrats to buck that trend. This was to avoid a government shutdown last week, and now some are questioning his leadership and calling for the minority leader to step on aside, highlighting the Democratic Party's deep divide today.
Aishah Hasnie is live in Washington, D.C. Aishah, what's happening?
Hey, good morning to you. We all remember this, right, with Joe Biden. It was that trickle, trickle, trickle. Well, let's wait and see what happens here. A lot of these conversations have been going on behind closed doors privately, but now there is a public suggestion for Schumer to go. And it came from Congressman Glenn Ivey. He has opened the door for new Senate leadership. He did that at a town hall in Maryland last night. And Dana, wait until you hear the applause here. Watch.
Hakeem met the moment, Schumer did not. And so I respect Chuck Schumer. I think he's had a great long-standing career. He's done a lot of great things. But I'm afraid that it may be time for the Senate Democrats to pick new leadership as we move forward.
Uh-oh. So Schumer has been on this redemption tour instead of his book tour. He did get a public endorsement from House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries yesterday. Also, former Speaker Nancy Pelosi came out, said she supported him. But Dana, hers came with a pretty brutal dig here.
I myself don't give away anything for nothing. And I think that's what happened.
Yikes. Democrats have been holding town halls all over the country to try to shift the topic back to President Trump, his tax cuts, Medicaid, but doesn't seem to be working here. People are angry. Dana?
They got to channel it somewhere else. All right, Aishah, thank you so much. For more on this, Carine Downey is a National Review staff writer. Carine Hajjar is a Boston Globe editorial board member. It's great to have you
ladies?
both.
Good morning.
So J.B. Pritzker, he's the governor of Illinois. He's also on the 2028 I Want to Be President train. Here's what he said.
We have to take any opportunity where we have leverage in order to stand up and fight. It's to get compromise from this ridiculously, quiet Congress that goes along with whatever Donald Trump and Elon Musk are telling them. There was a real opportunity for us to stand up and speak out and to protect the people who we stand up for. I mean, I'm disappointed about what happened.
Caroline, easy for a governor to say who had nothing, no skin in the game.
There's a Republican trifecta. There's only so much that the Democratic caucus can do. And I think the mob revolt against Schumer is really astounding. I mean, he's being eaten alive for avoiding a government shutdown by progressive activists who don't want the government to be trimmed down at all. And I think, to his point, it reflects how little leverage they have. So little leverage, actually, that they're now clinging to the filibuster, which I was reliably told was a relic of the Jim Crow era. That being said, if I was the Democrats right now, I'd say, maybe Schumer should be primaried. Compared to Mitch McConnell, he's mediocre, right? Just because you can win seats doesn't mean you can rally your caucus effectively, and they're not capitalizing on the moment the way that the Democratic activists think they should.
He's talking a lot.
Sure is.
He's done a lot of interviews. All right, this one kind of boiled the water a bit on The View. Watch here on Tuesday.
The Republican Party is a different kettle of fish than it used to be, and that's why we're fighting them so hard. They are controlled by a small group of wealthy, greedy people. And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or, I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers, the land and water that I own, or my employees? They hate government.
I don't know. Go for it.
Oh, dear. I guess he's having a bad week with Democrats. He's also going to have a bad week with working class voters, with small business owners. I mean, the issue here is that Democrats don't have a central message. They don't have any appeal with their old bread and butter, working class voters, small business owners, middle class people. These are people that are willing to pay their taxes if they think that the government is using them correctly. They haven't been seeing that from leaders like the Democrats. That's why Democrats lost in 2024. That's why they're having to scramble. They are not in a position to negotiate a CR. So, you know, that was a huge mistake. He should have stuck with his message. This
is why Doge is popular with Republicans.
I mean,
because they want their money to be used more effectively.
And not just Republicans.
Yeah, not just Republicans, like 75% of Americans that are saying that too. And Caroline, one of the things that's happened, Republican lawmakers are reacting to, mocking hardworking taxpayers or wanting to keep their own money. You can imagine that some of these people like Pat Harrigan saying, it's bad when even Whoopi Goldberg tries to get Schumer to stop talking. Like you heard when they start playing the music, that's like when they want you to rap. Because they knew like something like that will end up in every Republican ad against all of the Democrats that Schumer tries to protect. And they might actually lose more seats in 2026.
Dana, it's a perfect attack ad for the Republicans, and what a surefire way to stay in the political wilderness by decrying not only the working class, but one of Trump's most popular pitches, tax cuts, which unleashed American prosperity, as we know, in his first term. But I think what that shows, that clip of Schumer, he's trying to make an overture to those progressive activists. He's trying to save face. I saw The Nation, very progressive outlet, said that we think Schumer needs to resign and he needs to be replaced by someone closer to Bernie Sanders. So it's the Bernie Sanders tax the rich coming out to fight the elders.
Well, they've got Elon in their crosshairs, too. Axios says senior House Democrats said of their mood toward Schumer, his popularity is hovering somewhere between Elon Musk and the Ebola virus.
Oh, dear.
Great.
Well, the irony here with the CR fight in particular is that Democrats want to present themselves as this resistance party, resisting what we don't know because they don't have a central message yet. But what Schumer did was effectively avoid a situation. If you go into shutdown, it's the Democrats who are going to be blamed for it, number one. But number two, it's the White House and the Office of Budget and Management that gets to choose who's furloughed and who isn't. And so Democrats are worried about playing into Elon Musk's hand, but that's what a shutdown would have done. It would have given the Trump admin the power to say who is still working, who's not for an extended period of time.
And all of this for a clean CR. This wasn't even like a radical thing. This was just like keeping the government going the way that it was. So thanks for being here, guys, girls. I should say.
Ladies' Day on a Wednesday.
Great to have
See you both.
Thanks for being here.
I'm Steve Ducey. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.